And communication can be really tricky. And one thing we want to keep in mind is that there's already a lot of noise. There's a lot of messages. We're all getting pounded with messages, both from the media and other people and billboards and magazines and certainly email and blog posts and anything that's coming to your inbox. There's just a lot going on. And so when you're trying to communicate a marketing message or a sales message, even if it's directly to a person, we need to understand that they have a lot going on in their head and that they're having a hard time concentrating and being present. And so if you're not feeling like you're being heard, rather than assume that it's a reception problem on the other person's part, look at yourself and think about what you could be doing to transmit more clearly. Assuming that people need to hear you more clearly is a fairly steep climb. It's much smoother and more in our control, which is in the end what matters. It's more in our control to focus on delivering the message and simplifying our message. Make it easy for people to understand. Don't make their brain work so hard to make sense of your nuance and your innuendo. Just be really clear and direct so that people can get it. And remember the curse of knowledge, which is when you know something really well and it's relatively technical or specialized, you're at a 10 or an 8 or a 9. And your listener is probably at a 2 or a 3. And you think, okay, I'm going to dumb it down. And you drop to like a 5 or 6. They're still at a 2 or 3. There's still a big gap there. That's the curse of knowledge. You don't know and remember what it's like to be them and not know. And so we need to slow down and dumb it down, frankly, to the level of that our listener can absorb and absorb without thinking too hard. Because if you make them think too hard, they're just going to check out because there's too much competing for their attention and their brain doesn't want to work that hard. None of us, our brains do. That's just human wiring. So simplify the message, focus on transmission, and the reception will be a lot more successful.